Sports fans, if the price of the ZO2s is a little steep, you can get your own piece of Lonzo Ball history with our limited edition t-shirt. This exclusive print is available by clicking on the link below. Order now and you'll get free shipping. You in? Throughout the entire history of the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers basketball club stood for one thing: excellence. Having won more titles than anyone but the Celtics, they have also gotten to the finals more than any other team, and it isn't even close. From Mikan to Magic, West to Worthy, Kareem to Kobe, the Lakers have enthralled generation after generation with inspired and entertaining play. But what seemed like an endless supply of stars and winning came to a grinding halt in December of 2011 when the deal to bring in Chris Paul was canceled by the NBA. While Lakers fans would never get to see their dream team of Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul, and Dwight Howard on the same team, they cobbled together a deal that replaced Paul with a broken down Steve Nash. What happened next put a huge stain on the legacy of the Lakers as they saw a revolving door of coaches, Kobe's Achilles tear, Dwight's misfit, Nash's bad back, and the absolute need to keep the protected #1 pick they promised to Phoenix. While we got a touching farewell to Kobe, we also got 4 years of incentivized losing. The Lakers managed to keep their pick the last 4 seasons, and when they choose Lonzo Ball on June 22nd, they will have put together a team that shows a lot of promise. How will Lonzo Ball fit with this incredibly young collection of talent and coaching? One way to find out is if you download the SeatGeek app and use it to buy a ticket to a Lakers game next year. SeatGeek is truly the best way to buy tickets, as they pull prices from all across the internet, give you a grade to let you know if it's a good value, and coolest of all, you can see the vantage point from the seat itself. Use my code BBall and you'll get $20 off your first purchase. So download the SeatGeek app for all of your sporting event and concert tickets, and my code BBall will save you on your next trip to Staples, since I'm sure the biggest question on your mind is, can Lonzo Ball and D'Angelo Russell exist peacefully in the backcourt together? While Ball was a primary ball handler at UCLA and led the nation in assists, he also generated a lot of his offense off the ball, making him an almost perfect complement to Russell, turning the Lakers into a very hard-to-guard offensive unit with interchangeable parts, which is exactly how Luke Walton fashioned his offense to begin with. So let's cross-reference how Ball got a lot of his offense to see if Walton's attack has similar action for him to excel. Ball got a bunch of his three-pointers coming off of pin downs to both the left wing and the right wing, where he could use his speed to get separation before rising up for the long ball. Walton used a ton of floppy sets, where you'll see Nick Young set a screen first before using his own pin down to sprint into a catch and find the shot on the wing. So it shouldn't be hard to picture Russell running the point and Lonzo taking the Nick Young role here, getting lots of open looks from way downtown. Because the guard positions are interchangeable in Luke's offense, imagine Lonzo getting similar opportunities on the break that Russell got this past year. Russell is distinctly slower in pushing the ball, but has a few tricks up his sleeve to finger roll the ball in, since he didn't get up to dunk that much. Lonzo can go at that speed as well, and has a lot of change of pace crossover moves to get him into the paint, where he can finish with the left hand over the big and with touch. Again, with Russell, it's not about speed or leaping as much as position and cleverness, while Ball can beat people down the floor and elevate for the flush. Russell seems to have that knack for being in the right place at the right time, but he needs to dig into his bag of Euro step tricks to finish before the rest of the defense gets there. while Lonzo has serious afterburners while dribbling the ball, and the size to get up and finish strong, yet quick. While Ball's defense has been called into question a little bit, he's got quick hands and long arms, and can turn steals into buckets quick, like this nifty off-foot lefty layup. D'Angelo's defense tends to be suspect, but he also has good hands, and can then fancy it up a little in order to get another transition bucket to go down. Ball can also feed off of others as a great spot-up shooter, particularly on the break, where big man TJ Leaf can set him up here for the open look from NBA range. It wouldn't be hard to imagine Julius Randle grabbing the rebound, going coast to coast, and finding a sprinting Ball in the corner for a quick release three. Better yet, Randle pushing the pace would give him a choice of Ball on one side and Russell on the other. It was also clear that Luke Walton gave Russell the green light to pull up from three while leading the fast break, and he had no problem taking Walton up on that offer. And there was no shortage of highlight plays of Lonzo Ball pulling early on the break from way far away, off the dribble, and even with the extremely difficult step back. Of course, running the pick and roll is a big question mark since Lonzo Ball played in an offense that didn't run many, and it's a guarantee he'll have to run tons more in the ball screen heavy Lakers offense. There wasn't much motion into the pick and roll for the Bruins, but Walton might recognize this from his Warriors days, the switch of the big and the drop from deep, which is similar to the kind of shots Russell generated out of basic high pick and roll sets like this one. The Bruins ran horns into pick and roll for Ball, and going to his left, he's got a mature floater game. Lonzo would get very similar action from this horns wedge set, and I like how D'Angelo crosses back into the middle and jumps on the one to get it off over Zebo. This ball screen I like as well on the left side, which enabled Ball to cross over the big and get into the lane for a gorgeous hanging layup off the glass. You'll notice the Lakers run more action into the pick and roll, which will only help Ball, as Russell does the same move to get into the lane and finish with the runner off 1 foot. And it's plays like this, where Ball executes a great change of pace to fool the big man, and this finish makes me feel like he'll be fine in the NBA. And Russell runs the Laker offense into a very similar action and gets the runner to drop. Now watch these different pick and rolls that Walton designed for Russell. And I know that Ball could run these just as effectively to create open shots for threes. Without a doubt, the Lakers need to find more shooters to benefit from the good passing they can get from Russell and Ball. And by drafting Ball, they're certainly adding one. And it's exciting to think that defenses can't key in on one point guard as they both take turns bending the D until it breaks. So as we look into the future of this team, I see some very encouraging signs. Jordan Clarkson can come off the bench and be a 6th Man of the Year contender. Julius Randle is a double-double machine. Larry Nance is that vital first big off the bench that every good team needs. Brandon Ingram has shown flashes of being an all-purpose scorer. Ivica Zubac has proven in a very short time that he has a lot of skills for such a young big man. If new general manager Rob Pelinka can make a good deal or two in the offseason, they'll be well on their way to forming a competitive team. And Lord knows that after 4 long years, Lakers Nation is ready for it. For even more great NBA analysis, click the subscribe button and check out our other videos. We love to see your comments too, because after all, at BBallBreakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You win?